know that feeling when you're so deep into a book series, you start feeling like you're actually there? A Court of Thorns and Roses did that for me. And let's be honest, part of what makes these books so immersive is the details in the world building and how everything is described right down to the sense. So why not take this a step further? What if we could bring that into real life? And that's what we're gonna do today. We're going to design candles based on some characters and locations from the ACOTAR world. I'm bringing along my friend Dawn, who is very much into the A Court of Thorns and Roses world, and honestly had the whole idea for this when our kids were making candles a couple of weeks back. A Court of Thorns and Roses is literally the Twilight of the 2020s, the gateway book to get you into reading again, just like Twilight was in the early 2010s. And trust me, if you've been around for a while in my part of the internet, you know I was obsessed with Twilight. Real obsessed with Twilight. And this book series did exactly what Twilight did. It got me back into reading. Although I will say, I never really read this series. I definitely listened to it. If you don't like reading, you have to try graphic audio. All of the characters have their own voice actor and their sound effects and there's music. Trust and believe it changes everything. Let's go make some candles. We happened to find the perfect place to make our candles at a place appropriately named Candle Chemistry in downtown Gilbert. We need to smell the literal... How many of these are there? 130 different scents. So now we have to kind of figure out what we want to do. And we have some ideas. We've done some research. And by some research, I mean basically typing scents and smells into the ACOTAR PDF and seeing what it says. Dawn's been way more creative than me and thinking of some absolutely unhinged in the best way possible. So what do you want to do?
There's some characters in some places we don't get to smell. Here's my two favorites, Underground Library and the Surreal.
A little context for who the Surreal is. Think of Voldemort with a cloak. Bony, nasty looking dude who lives in the forest. He knows all, he can only tell the truth, and he likes to spill the tea. You gotta catch him, usually with a dead chicken or by leaving him a cloak. So there's that. The Underground Library actually isn't even in the first book, it's in the 5th book. A library that is underground, run by mainly traumatized priestesses, some of whom don't even talk. And that's pretty much all you need to know for this. The Surreal's just got like mossy, dusty, crusty.
Forest smells.
Forest.
And
got some tea. Definitely got some tea. Let's try and find the Surreal in
Let's do it.
the 130 cents we got here.
Maybe some flannel. He's always stealing people's cloaks.
Ooh, like his robes. There it is.
Oh, Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey.
There you go.
I know there was a dirt one. I remember.
Earth. There we go. That do it.
Oh, how we get our
Smells,
idea.
Yes. Go all around like that.
How does he smell?
Lovely, actually. I don't think I'd be scared of him if he smelled like this.
Smell like this? We're trying out a combination of oak moss, earth, and Earl Grey tea for the Surreal. And to be completely honest with you, my expectations were in the toilet for this one. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's better than I was expecting.
Yeah, definitely earthy, but I feel like
the tea is adding something. For each of our candles, we had to fill out a paper that had our name, email, and the scents that we liked. So we did this in character as well.
I don't know his phone or email, trap in the woods.
Send me a robe at Gmail.
Yeah. Lost cloaks at the forest. You know what kind of email address he's gonna have a .info because he knows all.
Now that Dawn has her first candle done and she knows what she's doing for her second, I really need to figure out what I'm doing. I have plenty of ideas based on main characters in the first book, but the first one that comes to mind is not really one I want to do. I looked up Tamlin, but I don't want to do Tamlin. Like I looked him up thinking like he's the main part of the first book. I don't care. See, I just feel like we gotta try and do a resandal, right?
I'm just picking up that you blended words.
Yes. Rhysand is one of the main characters of the series, although he's not a huge character in the first book. He is the High Lord of the Night Court. I believe he is described as...
Citrus and sea salt.
Is he citrus and sea salt? He is citrus and sea salt.
I am the Surreal. Which character do you relate to the most? The Surreal.
BuzzFeed.com. Which ACOTAR character am I? Let's try and make a resandal. All the citrus, all the sea, and all the salts. But then do we also add leather? They talk about Illyrian leathers constantly.
The armor.
Yeah, so I feel like that should also be in there. Do we add a little bit of like night courtiness? Because he lives there. We gotta go a little bit outside of just straight man.
Yes. I wrote his name like you would write your boyfriend's name in junior high. Gave it the appropriate 8th grader font with a star next to it.
Hi, Lord at Night Court. We are 5. I live and breathe. I love this so much. This is what I think they say that Valaris is lemon verbena.
Oh yeah, black sea would be.
Doesn't smell like anything. I don't smell sea at all.
Add it just so that we have a
Because it says the
option.
sea. I don't see anything that's like salt specific, so I guess we're just gonna have to rely on the ocean. That's fine.
Is there a scent for sticking your hands in your pockets?
Is there darkness?
Feyre's candle needs watery bowels.
Can we have a little bit of tiny shit smell? Just like a touch, just like a
little
drop.
You might be able to pull that from one of the wines. Do you have a Cabernet?
Dawn had a really good idea. We're trying to figure out our last 2 candles. We want to do something that is with the spring court. We're gonna do Lucian. Lucian ended up being a really surprisingly interesting character because he is an autumn court fae living in the spring court. He also has fire magic, so we have to add that in too.
What's your email address, Lucian?
Whirring eye. Autumn leaves.
Yes.
I feel like that is absolutely a necessity. That smells really good.
And then
Summer
need
grass.
campfire for his magic.
Oh, I don't love that. Amber noir.
It was one of those like, this smells so bad, let me smell. And then we have to give him essence of spring since he's been living in the spring court.
Essence of spring.
Essence of spring.
Either something floral, probably, or
Yeah.
in the grass, maybe.
This is spring courty, but also I think it'll go with the warmth of the autumn court too.
Yeah, that's rose. That's rose. Last but definitely not least is the underground library, where we need to find elements of underground library and priestesses.
But it's not, it's patchouli. You know what that, though? Do you think the library is going to have patchouli smells?
We need to know what the library
Okay,
smells like.
I'm grabbing old books. You grab the patchouli.
Okay.
What else do you think the priestesses have down there?
They definitely have patchouli because
Yeah.
they gotta incense
Incense?
it up, right? What'd you grab?
Okay, I have incense.
Okay.
Incense. Old books.
Incense, old books, and patchouli.
All right, ready? Does it give underground library?
Ah, we need dirt.
Now we have 4 though, and my hands will not tolerate, so we need to teamwork this.
Like we're
I'll
witches?
take 2, yes. Ready? Yes. Underground library unlocked.
It needed the dirt.
It did need the dirt. It made
needed-
it very like musty. You have to like really get in there.
You know what's so funny is like, I don't hate this.
I know it.
When you brought it up, I was like, okay, Dawn. And I can't believe how much the earth one is adding to it.
I don't want to say that it grounds it because that is too
Leave.
far.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Dawn.
I'm all done here.
You're killing me with these emails. I can't. The last step before we started actually mixing our candles was picking out our candle containers.
This has to be my
But I mean, it's so perfect.
I could go priestess teal for the library.
Ooh. Rhysand needs the black one. I feel like this is the only thing that's calling me as far as Lucian goes.
There's also this one with the more glass bottom.
Oh yeah, no, I actually do like that better. This one's Lucian. We could start. Now we were at the most important part of the day, which was actually making the candles. We went through all of the scents that we picked out, and the ladies working helped us find the ones that would work well together. Once we narrowed down the scents, it was time to build up the blended scent. And this is where those little shot glasses come in, because we are going to portion out each of the scent concentrates here and build it up until it's exactly how we want, starting with the surreal.
You want to smell it?
Sure.
Is that the skull? Yeah. Is that what you would imagine the smell would?
No, I thought he was gonna smell like death. He looks like death. It's because of the tea. Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
drink tea in the books.
Spills the tea.
That's why we threw the tea in. It's everything. I can't believe how good it is. Next was Lucian, which hilariously has an element that I previously really didn't like. Don't love that.
Amber Noir. This smells so bad. Let me smell.
Amber Noir ended up being the perfect element here that really balanced out that spring court smell. I didn't like it alone, but together it really balanced it out. Oh my god,
Is it coming together? Oh yeah.
we
that's
did it!
Really nice.
We did it! We did it! Once you've confirmed you like the way it smells, it's just a matter of putting in as much of each scent you like until it gets to the top, and then you need to mix in the wax in the container. Like boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
For 2 minutes.
And for 2 minutes.
All right. As I worked on stirring Lucian for what felt like an eternity, Dawn was making the underground library.
I want it to be softer, is kind of what I'm thinking. What did you think about it? Did you smell it?
I did. It's not bad, but I agree with you that it's strong.
Yeah.
Maybe if you add less patchouli
Less old books.
or that.
This, and I'm gonna just stop it with the old books. Yep. Yeah, I fixed it.
Yes.
Yay.
What did you do?
Less old books.
So your candle should kind of start like burning.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh man, Lucian, that's nice.
Yay! Now that we've completed the surreal Lucian and the underground library, we're at the hardest challenge of the day, resand. Oh,
Let's see.
that leather is strong.
It is strong.
This candle ended up being the biggest challenge because it was the least balanced in regards to each of the scent concentrates. I really had to be heavy-handed with the Black Sea and really light-handed with the leather, somewhere in the middle with the lemon verbena. So it was a lot of playing around trying to figure out the scents, really smelling as I went along to figure out what worked, what didn't, and compensating with the Black Sea as I went along to make sure it balanced out. But in the end, I think it may be my favorite one. Okay,
It smells really nice.
It smells really good.
cool.
We did it!
Poor Wickster.
Oh, I did that one way better. Yay! I don't know why it's terrifying, but it's terrifying. The last and final step in our candle making process was writing the names of each candle on the stickers for the bottom of the glasses. And this proved to be more of a problem for me than I expected. Now my brain has to be like RHYSAND. This is the audio book in me. I can pronounce everything,
Right.
but I can't spell
I'm the opposite.
anything.
I can spell all the things.
You can't pronounce.
Yes, Valaris. Where are we going with this?
And with that, our candle making adventure was complete. Our candles needed to rest so that they could set up, which takes a minimum of 2 hours, or if you're me, 2 days because you forget to go pick them up. But once you go get them, it's time to review. I'm recording now. We're at this is to sync them. We're at Dawn's house now, and we finally have the candles. They look great. What do you want to do first? Because I know which one we should do first.
Which one do you want to do?
I mean, the cereal.
Right?
The cereal's the one that is, to me, the most left field.
A lot fresher than I thought it was going to be. After we made it, I was kind of concerned that the like moss and the earth smell was going to be like dirt forward.
I mean, when you came to me with this idea, I was like, and the more you explained it and the more we went through it, I was like, okay, I'm on board. I cannot believe how well this works.
Yeah.
The tea, the way it brings everything together.
Yeah, it's really clean and really fresh.
Yeah.
I know that we smelled it on the spoon. And then afterwards, I'm like explaining to people what I made.
I was on the phone with my mom today telling her about it, trying to explain the character, your unhinged idea, and mixing like dirt, forest, and tea. And of course, she's like 60 something. So she's like, I don't understand the tea.
When you smell it, it's kind of like the freshness of like a plant shop, you know,
Yeah.
like when you walk in, and then it has like this really soft like tea smell behind it. And maybe in front of it, it's like tea first, plant shop second. And it's really, really nice, really fresh. I'm surprised. I was really kind of worried. Okay,
I was-
line it up. This
fully
is like
agree.
a torch lighter.
It's not too much. Okay.
Now that
it
it's
smells like
out,
birthday.
Yeah, now if you get past birthday smell, you can smell it. And it's a little more like fragrant, like a little more perfumey with the,
Yeah, a lot, like more than I would expect.
yeah.
That is interesting.
I like it.
Yeah. What do you do next?
The High Lord.
You want to do the High Lord? All
The
black.
most powerful in
The
all the
most
land.
powerful High Lord. This ended up a lot more subtle than I'm expecting. And I definitely get the leather.
Yep.
And I imagine it's because when I was making it, I ended up having to be so light-handed with the verbena and then leather especially. Those ones like became so forefront. So I know the majority of it is Black Sea, but it still does smell really good.
Yeah.
It's not overwhelming, which I do really like because I feel like it easily could get super overwhelming. Do I want to light it?
Yeah, might as well. You can scooch him over and give
okay.
Lucian a shot while
I like that plan.
and then we'll come back to him.
All right, Lucian in the clear bottom. I really like this container. Red or bronze, I guess. This one I like a lot. I mean, it's still subtle too, but definitely has that autumnal vibe to it.
You know what I noticed too? Which was the scent we picked that leaned floral in it? Do you remember? Amber Noir or whatever
Yes,
it was called.
yeah.
That when we were smelling it, I know that Amber Noir is like a concept of scent.
It's a concept of scent. Oh god.
You smell it, it has the warmth of the autumn smells, but it also has like this floral background, which I know when we were smelling through them, that we were like, yes, the autumn guy in the spring court, he needs to have like essence of floral.
Yes.
As a candle, I really smell it. It's like soft. The autumn candles you want this time of year, like you're waiting for the fall smells to come out.
That like middle ground.
Yeah, and it has like a really nice soft florally background to it. So I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
That's a really good way to describe it, because I get what you're saying, because it is like when you go to find fall candles and stuff, it's like slap you in the face with fall. There's not ever that beginnings of fall. That really describes this. Interesting. Let's check on Rissan.
That smells really nice, like cologne-y.
Yeah, but not like when I see the cologne-esque scent like Bath and Body Works, I want to die. I'll get scent headaches so fast, and this one, it's very cologne, but like welcoming, inviting.
Yeah.
And it's not making me want to like jump out of a building.
No,
Okay.
I know what
Yes.
Favor is all about.
Oh my god, that makes me happy. I was definitely worried about this one because it seemed so subtle.
Yeah.
But that does smell
It smells
really
great.
good. Yay. Last but absolutely not least, the Underground Library. I love this one. I think it
That's
smells really
nice.
good. I get the old book scent. The fact that you have incense in there. And usually I hate incense.
Yeah.
Like, incense is an immediate never for me. That is blended.
I know that it has earth in it, just like the cereal. So both of mine came home with earth scent.
For the story, the Underground Library with dirt, earth makes so much sense. It milds out everything that usually with candles makes me feel so claustrophobic in a way, or just like overwhelmed. I see where you're coming from with it, and it smells so good.
Yeah.
I can't believe all of these work so well, and they tell a story.
They're all very different from each other.
Yeah.
Even though like the cereal and the Underground Library, they both have the earth smell in them.
Yeah.
The way that the earth and the tea and the moss come together, that like clean, fresh scent from the cereal.
Yeah.
This one is more of like a warm,
Indoor versus outdoor.
yeah, a comforting kind of smell.
Yeah.
These two, even the Book Boys, Rissan's cologne freshness, it really does, it like kind of like highlights the like romance of the novel.
Yeah.
And then the Lucian, it's subtle. I don't know. I was like, it's complex. Like, it's interesting.
It is interesting.
They're all
yeah.
so different.
They're all super different. I think with yours too, it's like this is cozy. It gives that reading nook kind of vibe, which is really cool. And the cereal, like even though they both have a similar ingredient, that ingredient is so weird. I don't even know what the right word is to describe it. They're very different. Literally was not expecting them both to work so well.
Be gone.
Got
Birthday
Lush.
candle.
You get more of the spring aspect to it once it's burning, when it's melted.
It's so nice, but the cinnamon's still right there. It's a cool combination to come up with. Because we're building scents based off of characters, the Rysandel was a little more like as he was described in the book. Lucian she's not coming up with a description of smells. Creating a scent profile for the character, for the place, it helped to kind of give a structure to the building of the candle, and it's awesome. It's great. All right, let's see. Light myself on fire. The burning smell kind of pulls a little bit more of the like incense flavor, but it's still not overpowering.
No, when it's melted, the incense definitely comes out more, but exactly, it's not like if you were just burning incense, where you like, if you go into a shop where they're burning incense, and it's, for me, it's like, I can't breathe. It's too much for me. And this is very much someone at the other side of the library has one incense stick.
Yeah, they were burning it yesterday.
It's the essence of incense. And there you have it, our trip through candle making book talk. Thanks to Candle Chemistry for having us, and we'll see you in the next one.